I'm planning on letting people know the rules to keep you safe. So she posted all this stuff on Facebook. Don't come here because of the germs and stuff like that. She was just crazy about that.
Did you ever wonder, like, when you first started going through all this, like, you know, how your family was going to react to it?
I had no idea, because what happened is I wasn't feeling right for a couple months. September, my blood work was fine, but I was getting migraines and just, I thought it was menstrually because I was sweating and just weird crap. But I woke up one day and I thought it was a migraine coming, and I felt back here and I felt just a little couple lumps, and then 2 days later my whole neck was full. So I went to urgent care, got dropped, got a ride. I didn't feel comfortable riding with the girls, driving with them, so a friend came and got me and just dropped me off at urgent care, and he took my blood, and then he said, you need to call somebody because now I'm not smart with medical stuff, but
okay.
Is it your white blood cell count?
Right, it drops.
It was at 106,000.
Oh, so it doubled.
So
it was high, yeah.
That's why he was like, just can you call a family member and we're going to send you right to Aurora. So I remember walking into Aurora, and I felt like I was walking on air. I was just out of it. And I remember looking up at the first nurse's name tag, and her name tag was Hope. And I didn't even look at her face. But then, still I didn't know I had this. They kind of knew, but next thing I know, they flipped me on my stomach, and they numbed me, but didn't give me anything for anxiety. And the nurse kind of pushed my head in the pillow, and they went with the drill into my, to get the bone marrow to test it. And then on the 5th of April is when they started the first round. I don't remember much, but I know that the first round is when all this crap happened. Like, I lost feeling, I wasn't there, and then they put the stuff in my head. I had all those surgeries, and the first methotrexate chemo they put in my head, was it medication I was on? I did smoke cigarettes. He's like, it's leukemia, or AL, there's AML, ALL. He's like, I don't know. They don't know. Like, he's like, it's not smoking didn't cause it. It's just weird. Like, September, my blood work was fine. I go September, October, November, December, January, February, March, and April Fool's Day I went into urgent care.
And that's when you found out? Now, you do know that I'm recording you right now, right?
Yeah. No, but that's okay. I don't care.
Because regardless of what happens, I want somebody to remember you.
For me? And you know what? The group of girls I always hung out with, and I don't have friends. I kind of just, I don't have friends. I don't even have family, real family that I can trust.
And that's why this group became what it is because a lot of us are in the same boat. So
I know Frankie, he was a good guy. He was real cool.
I think that I think like what I said, I think it's the hardest part is to deal with it and not know what happens tomorrow, like with Frankie and how he dealt with it. The part that made me very proud of him is to see him not give up for us. He didn't want to give up for us, and honestly, he tried to make everybody happy. Like, even his daughter. He didn't want to see his daughter go through it and see her. He actually sent her away. on a school trip to Belize so that she wouldn't have to see it. But I think in some way, I think he regretted that because, you know, the whole family was there watching it all happen. And when he passed away, it wasn't even the cancer that killed him. It was the suffocation of his lungs because he had so much of his lungs removed. So Frankie dealt with it in a very, we'll put it this way, it never, to this day, I don't complain about the pain that I have, because after watching him go through that.
Did they give him hope, like, you may be cured, or was it like...
No,
he knew.
He knew. And that's why he continued on, because after he saw so many people die, so many of his friends, well, he called his little friends, they're all the kids that he had met, he would tell me when he would come home and visit, or when I go visit him, he would tell me about all of them. You know, he remembers their names, you know, what their numbers were. He remembered, you know, who their parents were. Like, just talking about it made him feel better.
Really?
You know, and I remember him telling me one day that the doctors were not hopeful of what he was going through because it already had spread so much to his body. So for him to be able to survive that, your body can only handle so much damage before it finally shuts down. And that's what happened with him. His body finally gave up. It wasn't him, because he was stronger than anybody I ever met.
I don't know why I'm not strong.
You are.
I mean, I am, but I don't know why I think the way I think sometimes. In Green Bay, they're either in Milwaukee or...
Oh no, they have kids here.
Really?
We have there's an organization we donate to here in Green Bay, Child Life Services, and they help the kids that are in those units.
I want to meet kids so bad because I feel like if they can do this, then I can do this.
And that's the thing, you know, it's becoming that advocate for something that you're going through, that you can explain to them, you know, what they're going to have, what they're dealing with, you know.
Do they even know what they're dealing with half the time?
You know, the kids that I have met and the families that I've talked with, a lot of them, they're just like you. They don't know what tomorrow brings. They're really confused about what's happening, what they're going through, why their body is changing. And it takes understanding that you're not the only one to realize how big this world is and what everybody's dealing with. You know, cancer just takes everybody. You know, it doesn't have a color, it doesn't have a creed, it doesn't have an age, it just happens. And until we started this organization, I finally understand now what family means. So many people dealing with the same thing. You know, the people that have gotten the birds since I've started doing this are extended families of extended families of extended families. People that I don't even know, all the way as far as Milan, that have gotten the birds done. And it's because it represents to them what people do when they go through something like this and how they stick together.
Well, why is my family so screwed up?
Because nobody's family is perfect. Trust me.
Because it did help, and then...
But you'll trust me, when as you start going through this journey, you'll find out where your family is. It doesn't have to be blood. And it took me years to understand that. You know, and even the people that I meet now, they don't realize when they become part of this organization, or they get to see what it's all really about. They understand the family aspect of what we bring to it.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? Like it's being there for one another, helping each other out. Like it speaks for itself, I guess. You know.